Hello everybody, welcome to another video with Maths with Uzair. Mr. Uzair is here and Mr. Uzair is making videos so that you guys can understand concepts of maths easily. So today, what we're going to be focusing on, we're going to be focusing on operations of fractions. Now, the first thing that we're going to be starting with is addition of fractions. Now, if I have two fractions here, let's say, now, most of you guys understand fractions by adding by finding the LCM, which is a common denominator, and then adding and then manipulating the top number, which is called the numerator, with the common denominator, right? Common denominator actually means the bottom number. So we're going to be coming up with a better way of doing this, right? So first we're going to find is a common denominator. How do you find the common denominator? We multiply the two bottom numbers. Now when we multiply the two bottom numbers, that's 3 and 5. That's our common denominator. When I say common denominator, I mean our bottom number, which is common for both the fractions. Now, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be multiplying these two numbers. 1 multiplied by 5 is 5. There's an addition in between, so that becomes addition. And then we do 2 times 3, which is 6. Right? 5 plus 6, 11. 11 over 15. This is also called the butterfly method. Now, this can also be applied to integers. This can also be applied to for the subtraction of fractions, right? Now, let's say if I have an integer and a fraction, and I want to add them, right? So what I'm going to do is I have to find the common denominator. So 15 is also 15 over 1, right? So 1 times 5 is 5. And then nothing else. 15 times 5, which is 75, plus 3 times 1, which is 3. Over 5. Now, this is our number, but we're not complete yet because this is an improper fraction. Improper fraction is when the top number is greater than the bottom number. So we got to make this into a mixed number. How do you make it into a mixed number? 5, which is the top number divided by the bottom number. So that's 1. That's 2. 8 comes down. 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. So we're going to start from the top. 15. We go bottom, which is 3. And the divisor. Right? So 15 whole 3/5. Pretty simple stuff. No issues required. Nothing complicated. Right? Now, same thing can be applied for subtraction of fractions. Okay, now let's say if I have a big fraction, which is right? So both get multiplied. 5 times 8, both bottom numbers get multiplied. 3 times 8, which is 24. 24 minus 2 times 5, which is 10. So that is 24 minus 10, that's 14. Now, I got 14 over 4, 14 over 40. This is not my final answer because I can reduce or simplify this. Now, the top and the bottom can both be divided by a common number, which is 2. 2 times 7, 2 times 8. Sorry, 2 times 20. So 7 over 20. You guys with me? Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. Integers. Right? Oh, okay. Now, this is actually 3 over 1. So 1 times 8 is 8. 3 times, these two get multiplied. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 1 is 3. 24 minus 3 is 21 over 8. Now, we're not complete yet because this is an improper fraction. 8 times 2, 16. 5, 2 whole, we start from the top, 2 whole, come down, 5, denominator remains the same. So this is actually our answer, right? We've covered division, we've covered subtraction, we've covered addition. Now we come towards multiplication. Now if I have okay, now there are two ways of doing this. I'll do the first method first, which is I multiply the top and I multiply the bottom. And then what I do, I reduce it, right? 0, 0 cuts off, 2 times 1, 2 times 2. Okay, now, second method is what we call the cross cancellation method. Top and bottom 5 can cancel. 5 times 1, 5 times 1. Top and bottom can both be divided by 4. 4 times 1, 4 times 2. So 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Right? Same answer, two different steps. Now, with division, it's pretty easy stuff. Are you with me? 3 over 4. Now, all I have to do is do 1 over 4. Now, this multiplication, this division, actually becomes a multiplication, and these two numbers get flipped up. Right, same thing. You can do cross cancel. If you do cross cancel, 4 times 1, 4 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3, right? Now, when we do division and multiplication of fractions, the same thing can be applied for integers numbers, right? If I have, let's say, 2 multiplied by 1/4, right? So now what happens is we can make the 2 as whole number as a 2 over 1, right? And multiply it by 1/4. Now, cross cancel, 2 times 1, 2 times 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2, right? Not so bad. And we can do the same thing with division. Okay, so this whole number can be rewritten as 4 over 1. Multiplication sign, and these two get flipped up. Four times 1, 4 times 1, cancel, cross cancel. 1 times 5 is 5, 5 over 1, which is 5. Okay, pretty easy stuff. Nothing to it. Pretty understandable, right? You guys can reach out to me if you guys have queries. Guys have my WhatsApp number, which is at the end of each video. Okay, thank you.